Hey guys, Dennis here.
Chrissy, again.
Muddy Water Search and Recovery. And we'll give it a couple minutes for some to jump on. We were planning on doing this Sunday night, but with the Super Bowl, we thought we would just push it out a bit. Speaking of the Super Bowl, during the halftime show, I had some video of somebody reliving the old days with the music.
It's what I grew up to. I'm sorry.
It is so tempting to upload that, but she would seriously hurt me.
I would so hurt you. But it was a good game.
Yeah.
Not bad. I was rooting for the I almost said bagels. The Bengals. Hi, Missy.
And we want to say thank you for being here with us tonight. And normally we have a lot of updates and stuff like that to do. Do you have any updates?
I do not.
So we covered a lot of that the other night when we done a live feed, and was just getting that out of the way so we can jump on and go into the Randy Leach discussion again. So do you have any updates?
No. No. Okay, we'll see you guys later. No.
So we will. Hi, Tamara. How are you? So we will basically just take this straight into the Randy Leach discussion.
You don't have anything else? God love Randy, but we don't have any other updates, right? With anybody else? Any other cases?
Not at the moment. There are a few videos that's going to come out by the end of the weekend with updates.
Hi, Aaron.
And those will wait for that.
Okay.
And then we were going to do the Tennessee case live discussion. And that one is pushed out while we're going through new information that come in. And Tamara, yes, definitely feeling better.
Absolutely.
It sucked.
It was touch and go there for a while. I thought this was the end. I mean, I was sick.
Catfish, you made it tonight.
Hey, Catfish.
Hey, Karen, how are you doing? And if there's, so we could just.
There's what?
Jump on into it. If you guys have any questions on Randy's case, any ideas, please feel free to throw those out here. How you doing, Alex? We had somebody recommended that we use GPR to do a search in Baser, Kansas. And I don't remember who it was who recommended that. But if you're on here, please reach out to me. Let me know if there's a specific location around that area. And Aaron, so far we have not gained access to that, but we will definitely keep trying. Catfish, glad to see y'all back on here. Only one I seen was Sweet Megan.
Yeah.
And Megan took care of doing some updates and stuff for us while we were both out sick. And
yeah.
Well, I'm glad y'all are better because I don't like doing it.
Yeah, we'll keep her around a little while longer.
that baser, I don't have in my notes any specific locations that were discussed to do a search. So if you're the one who recommend we check around Baser, Kansas, please get in contact with me and we can discuss locations on that. Somebody else in one of the live feeds asked, in reference to the alleged drug ring that was taking place in the Linwood area, and reports that it spanned through several states. I've seen reports where it allegedly spanned through Kansas and Oklahoma, but there were at least 2 other states as well, and I don't have those states as of yet. And Tamara, I'm not real sure. I know we're still digging in and following that path as well. And catfish, I can't go without hearing your updates.
Yeah, you're a good kid.
And Catfish says that while it's wintertime and he's not out catfishing.
Right,
If it was
right.
nice, he'd be out catfishing.
Mhm.
Let's see, it got up to what, 65 today here? And then what, tomorrow night, snow and ice?
Yeah, 4 to
Yeah.
8 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was hoping to get up to Atchison this weekend to do the sonar search for Billy and Mary Lou Black, and now it's weather related. Okay, Missy. And Missy, to the question you sent me, I still don't have a definite answer, but it's believed it was Dirty Blonde. How you doing, Byron?
Yes, yes.
The reason I'm not fishing is Dennis keeps calling me.
Oh, catfish. I'm ready for old man winter to be gone. I want to catch some
Mhm.
catfish myself.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, he's spent enough time. It's time to go.
And Missy, we'll keep working to confirm that, but right now we believe it to be Dirty Blonde, but that's not 100% certain yet. There it goes.
You accidentally hit it. Uh-oh.
And I had the fire marshal's name.
Busy
I was
with
gonna
work
do it
and getting
again.
things ready to start searching.
That's all of us right now, Byron. We're all just ugh.
If Flanagan and his associates were running drugs, the local police had to know about that and maybe trying to make a case to arrest them. Aaron, if that's the case, I really hope so.
Oh. Well, have a good flight, Tamara.
Yeah, you be safe and enjoy. It's in here somewhere. I just put it in here.
What is it?
Someone asked who the fire marshal was in Kansas in
Aaron.
1988.
Exactly. Aaron said what doesn't make sense is that they've had 34 years to do
Yeah.
this. Exactly. Alex said, was the Irwin father home or at work while the party was going on?
I think he was home.
Yeah, I believe he was home, if I'm remembering correctly.
Cleveland for work.
You look through these to see if you find it. Hi, Claire. I meant to go through this stuff before this started.
Aaron said that would mean Randy was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Chuckles for Life said he was in jail the night of the party.
Oh, okay, so he was in jail then.
Lovely.
It's just a shame.
See, I just wrote it the other. There it is. It's in my notebook still. I was asked who the fire marshal was in Kansas in 1988, and that was Edward Redmond. And thank you to the person who sent me that information. I had the hardest time trying to find who the fire marshal was.
Right.
But
I know- yeah.
one of the viewers reached out and let us know.
Tamara says, have you talked to any of the retired detectives who worked on this case?
And no, we have not as of yet. I did reach out to one. Actually, I've reached out to 3, but I have not had any response yet. Could Randy have been an informant for the police KBI over the drug scene without his parents knowing and put into protective custody?
We've talked about that.
Yeah.
At this point, 34 years and basically no answers. At this point, just about everything is still possible
Right.
with this
Because
case.
with protective custody, you can't have any contact with anybody from before.
And catfish, I'm hoping this weekend, depending on the weather. If not, then fingers crossed the following weekend. And Darren, there's also been some reports that Randy may have been trying to get somebody out of the drug scene and may have threatened to go public with information if they didn't leave this person alone. Again, that is theory. Nothing has been proven, but I have seen reports of that as well. And when you go into theories, I think if you can come up with the theory on anything, I think somebody's had that theory.
Yes, Aaron, he was 17.
Yeah, 17.
So hope you'll find something there that you can use or go with in the search. And catfish, that pond that we'll be searching, that one is for Billy and Mary Lou Black out of Atchison, Kansas.
I would think so. Aaron says, would parents have to know at age 17?
Yeah, he's still a minor,
minor.
so the parents would have to know. And with that, Harold and Alberta have worked so hard over the years to find him that I don't think it would be something along those lines.
Right.
Does anyone remember the name of the private investigator that left town in a hurry? That was Harper, also Martin. And are you talking about the one that left with Don Weston, the detective? If so, that was Terry Harper or Martin. Went by both last names. And I'm not sure where he's at now. I know they left the state for a little while, but I believe they eventually come back, didn't they?
I think so.
John says, does anyone remember the name of the program? Oh, we just heard that.
She literally just got off of
Yeah,
work and
like
come rushing
30
over.
minutes ago. So sorry. Sorry.
Working a full-time job and then working on these, it gets exhausting.
Trying to remember what I'm doing here. What's my name again? Just to make sure.
I don't know.
Aaron says, have any of his classmates or friends reached out to you to help or provide any insight they might have?
We did have one that had reached out a little bit and was supposed to get a hold of me to meet up to kind of go over some of this, but that individual hasn't reached out, and I haven't been able to get back in contact with that person. But I would love to talk to anybody who knew Randy, went to school with
Right.
him, was at the party.
How about, John says, how about the names of the couple that suicided at the river together that was investigating Randy?
What?
What?
Is that the private investigator and the wife that was found shot to death in Topeka that was
okay.
ruled a
Yeah.
murder-suicide?
Murder-suicide, yeah.
Or is this a different couple? Because I don't have the names here of the couple from Topeka. Catfish, man, that ain't even right. Catfish needs to go back out and find some more boats. But there's been several people mentioned that have died mysteriously
Yes.
that's been working on the case.
How many would you say offhand?
There's at least 4,
Yeah.
not counting the couple. Wasn't it the private investigator's son and son's wife? The reports that I had showed that it was a private investigator that had volunteered to help, and shortly after they were found dead in Topeka.
Right. And ruled a what? A murder-suicide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You about to freeze me wearing that old coat. I used to never wear a coat. I moved up here 13 years ago. I didn't even own a coat. Then when people started making me wear one, I just kind of got comfortable with one.
Sorry.
We lived in Kansas long enough. You just need it for a few minutes and then you can take it off again, okay?
So,
And we're hoping to get, I think I left all my locations downstairs, which is fine, but we're up to like 71 different
Yeah.
locations right now that we'll be searching for Randy. And we will be getting out on those very soon as well.
But if the weather would cooperate, absolutely. But right now the weather's just
stupid.
And again, if you have any locations of interest to you that you would like to see searched, get a hold of me, let me know. We will get that added to our list, and we'll get out there and try to get that searched for you. And Bobby, next month, hopefully he'll be in Houston, Texas. Catfish getting married. Someone knows exactly what happened and refuses to talk. My opinion is foul play all the way around.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we guarantee you there's people out there that have been keeping this a secret for 34 years. To me, that seems cold-hearted. 34 years.
I understand at the time if you knew something and you were scared, that's fine.
I get it.
But 30 some years later,
Right.
come on.
And Missy, I did hear about the palm tree, a psychic saying he's under the palm tree, but we don't have palm trees in Kansas.
No. If we do, they're in your house or something as a, whatever. But house plant, yeah.
And John said right, in Topeka, they were found on the river, on the
Right.
Call River. Yeah, I don't have their names, but that was ruled murder-suicide. And I've had people tell me that both individuals did have multiple gunshot wounds, but I have not been able to confirm that.
Right.
Where if there's multiple gunshot wounds on both of them,
Right.
That's not suicide.
And that can't be suicide. I mean, I don't think we have either, have we?
I've got their names somewhere.
It's in these somewhere. I
But
know I've seen them.
I will have to pull that up.
Same as Ken
McElroy killing.
Hmm.
And I'm not real. I don't know a lot on the Ken McElroy story.
And like we were saying, Meg, 34 years. What do they have to be scared of now? 34 years.
Yeah.
What is still bothering them that much that can, I'll write it down.
I don't think.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Write it down
What?
about it.
What? Bobby says, before I forget the Summer Wells case, I heard that her body may be in what? Roffersville, Tennessee, and Summer's grandmother is involved as well.
So you're writing that down.
No.
Do you think it is more of a probability that the foul play was by chance or premeditated? Right now, it would still be hard for me to say one way or the other, but I'm leaning more towards by chance and premeditated.
He was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He was trying to help, and it backfired. And I'm still not convinced that Randy's wasn't an accident. I still believe it very well could have been an accident. He driven off somewhere and not been found. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? He wasn't planning on going to the party, according to Alberta.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, originally that was not in his plans, but he did end up going.
Yeah. I really hope, not to change the subject, but I really hope that little bit on Summer Wells is wrong. I really do. God, I hope not.
We're definitely going to have to look more into that.
This is the one that's frustrating. We haven't heard a single thing about it.
Yeah, because we do hope to do a Summer Wells update in the next few days. You guys covering multiple cases tonight? Mark, we're focusing on Randy, but there's been a couple other cases getting brought out, but the main focus is Randy tonight, unless somebody has a question on one of the other ones. Did we have any other questions that was asked in the live feeds that we have answers for?
I know we wrote them all down, but
Joanne, sorry I'm missing the live feed, guys. Still watching the talk show episode featuring my cousin Rachel, who's been missing since March of 2008. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, Joanne, we will definitely be watching that.
the questions were wrote down in here.
I want my look or yeah. Is it on any of these?
I have got to get this stuff better organized for this.
Are these it?
No. That's new.
I think
Oh,
we covered
here's the
all
rest
the
of it.
questions.
I'm thinking we did.
Yeah.
So the private investigator was Harry Lee Harper, aka Terry Martin. Yeah.
Would like to hear from one of his friends or cousins that hung around him to tell us more about him. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's probably stuff we don't know that we need to.
And there's so many properties that we want to search. And I think the main pushback is going to come with the fact that a lot of these families have been accused through the years, openly accused. So it's going to be harder to gain access to those properties because of that.
Yeah.
And some of these families, some of these families didn't even live in the area at the time, but they live there now.
Yeah.
Will you be assisting with any of the Chance Engelbert searches? Tamara, we will be in Nebraska later this spring where we will be looking for Chance. We'll be looking for Christopher Lupin and Linda Dillard. Seeing Harper Martin, I knew Terry was one of them, one of the names he used, but I always end up saying Terry Harper instead of Terry Martin and Harry Lee Harper.
First week of March, I'll have the day off through the week and plan to come north to see what more information I can obtain on Jay. What is it? Fleeker's case. You got it? Yeah. Okay.
Well, keep me posted on that, Byron. And if you're going to be up around here, get a hold of me. I'd like to meet up with you. And also, I might get a hold of you for some search locations on not just Randy's, but a couple of the other cases that are actually out towards your way as well.
Did you get the first name?
Yeah.
So with you guys here, I would like kind of your thoughts on it, your opinions on if this is foul play or if this is an accident. I'd like to know your thoughts and what way you're leaning with this.
Make it more personable to everyone. It seems like people who might be involved forget he was a son or a friend and a person, not just a name.
Right.
Very true, Aaron. Absolutely. Because that's what I say all the time. We're not just looking for somebody. We're looking for Alberta's son. We're looking for a cousin or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And John, I will keep looking and try to find those names and get those out to you. And Tamara, I kind of agree with you there. These cases seem to bring out the worst in some people since no one knows what happened. Some people will accuse others.
Oh, yeah.
And for me, it's one thing to have a theory and discuss something as a theory. But when somebody has a theory and they push it as a fact to the point that they will actually verbally attack you because you don't go with their theory.
Yeah.
It gets ridiculous.
Right.
Mhm.
My biggest thing in life, and I know you guys have heard it, I say it all the time, everybody is different. Not one thing is going to be the same. And people need to understand that and, what I want to say, deal with it.
Accept it.
Accept it, yeah.
Randy, first thought is he is in the water, but in a different direction. Second thought is Montgomery killed him.
Aaron, that's what I'm always wondering. Why was he targeted? All those people at the party, and it was just boom, it was Randy.
Well, you remember the story. Randy was supposedly helping someone,
Yeah, but
And-
that's just one story we've heard.
But it seems to be, we've heard it more than once though.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I had wondered if Randy went into the house, maybe walking around since there was people inside, and if he went into the basement and saw something that he should have other students of the Irwin family member. I know when Leanne done her interview with Adventures with Purpose, she mentioned that she had went down to the basement and looked and didn't see anything out of the ordinary, and went through the house as well. But he seen something that he shouldn't have seen.
Yeah. The joy of little kids.
Oh, I had a piece of, here it is. And Mark, I actually found in an old news article that the KBI actually had Eric Montgomery as a person of interest, but there's no record of anything ever coming of that with that investigation or anything. And I know Pam said that she was not at the party that night, but there's been several people who were there placing her at the party that night.
See, it's all hearsay. I mean, I really wish we could sit down with someone who's like, you know what? I'll just tell you what happened. That would be amazing.
Also, Leanne said another person was down there in the basement the next day in the Adventures with Purpose interview. She gave the name of that person off camera. I do remember her mentioning that and saying she would do that off camera.
Figures. Hey, Dave, man. Megan's waving to you over there.
And seeing, going back to people constantly getting accused of this, one of the ponds I would like to search is on the Burns property. And I don't believe the Burns was involved in this. So searching that pond can not only clear that area for everybody looking, but it could help clear the Burns' name as well. I would love to get on to search that. Was the KBI and FBI invited in this case? They did work on it. In fact, KBI Special Agent Timothy Dennis, I believe it is the one that 10 years later said that he believed that Randy had driven off into Stranger Creek.
Right. Mark said not pointing the finger, but need to drill on every person. Absolutely.
Right, Mark, because at this point, I mean, it's still pretty much wide open to be just about anybody or anything.
Yeah, that's the bad part. I mean, there's so many people involved and so many theories. It's just driving me nuts.
And Mark, I know you've mentioned it on here before. There is a way to talk to somebody to see if they may be involved in something or not without all the open accusing accusations on social media, etc. That just pushes people away.
Oh, Tamara said the KBI and FBI don't work on missing persons cases. They only work in criminal cases. I didn't know that. I'll be darned.
So I'm wondering if, well, it's weird because I know Timothy Dennis worked on it, and there were
Didn't
some
they
other
call
ones as
the
well.
TBI in for summer?
Yeah.
That's Tennessee too, though.
But she even said FBI. I mean, Oh, well, I guess it's different everywhere. I don't know.
And John, I'm trying to finish narrowing down where the entrance that was sealed off may be to have a better idea of where to go in there, and would absolutely love to be able to go in to clear those.
See, I like, what was it? Aaron's comment here. If someone came forward now with the true story, can anyone be convicted? You bet your
Yes.
butt. Yeah, absolutely.
And John, there's also the talk of there's shallow caves outside of Tonganoxie, Kansas on Stranger Creek.
Mhm.
And I've been by there before I started working on this case, but we will be going out there and looking at those as well. I don't think we're going to find anything there,
We need to
but
search
we
it,
need
though.
to search it to clear it.
Burns will probably let you search. And if the car is there, then they can say it was just an accident and Randy drove in. So there's really no risk to the Burns.
Right, because where that pond's located, that could have easily happened.
Aaron says, or has too much time passed. I don't
No.
know. No. I've been known to be involved in, they were missing children's cases. That makes sense then. Oh,
Burns doesn't live on the property anymore. I was recently there and the pond is frozen over. I'm going back as soon as it thaws.
nice. Cool. Absolutely. Thank you.
And Dalton, I don't know if I've seen you on here yet, but if not, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thanks. Yeah. Bobby says, yes, there's a huge concern on that cave as well. There could be a car in that cave and nobody would even check it out.
Yeah, because there's reportedly a body of water inside the cave.
Yeah. That's what bothers me. God only knows what's in there. Yeah.
They may think it's possible criminal or something unusual. And I am on my son's phone. I am Brent Holiday.
Oh.
Okay, well, nice to meet you, Brent. They may think it's possible criminal. I know after somebody's been missing for so long and there's been no answers, no signs of anything, at some point they do presume them to likely be deceased.
Right.
So I wonder if that could have brought other agencies in, or it would help if all the records weren't sealed.
Right.
But
right.
at
That
the
would
same
help
time,
tremendously.
That's another thing. Why? Why are they sealed?
it's still considered an open case.
They know. They know what happens. They just don't
Oh, I
want
know.
nobody to know what happened.
You see,
And
That's
that's
what
the one question.
frustrates
That's
me.
what I said. That's the one question that just drives me nuts. I wish I could come down there and have an excuse in searching that cave with Dennis.
Yes.
Dalton is local. John says, I'd rent a pump. Let's check it out. Harold seemed to have a big interest in caves. He did.
He
I noticed
did.
that.
and even Robbie Marble went with him searching for the entrance to
Right.
the cave.
Where about are you at, Brent?
Yeah, are you anywhere near Leavenworth? I'm more than happy. Hey, I've got a shovel. Let's
But yeah,
do it.
we've got tools for that. Yeah.
And that's the other thing that gets me on the cave is you've got like Leavenworth saying that there was nothing in
Oh,
there.
you're in
He's
Baser. Nice.
Leavenworth was saying that there was nothing in the cave, yet an officer from Edwardsville, I believe it was, had been in there before Leavenworth got there, and he had pictures of the satanic symbols on the
Yeah, I remember those.
walls. And
Mark says Underground Cave Lake, bridge on 32 over Stranger, Burns Pond, Bishop's Pond, Kansas River. I think we've got those down.
yeah.
Yeah.
And John says, I'm too old. Well, you know what, John? You sit there and hold the water jug for us.
Yeah.
We'll take care of the
you
shoveling.
just be the manager. Guys, you missed it over there. No, over there.
And there's a couple spots I'm seeing on Stranger that is upstream from the 32 bridge that I want to get sonar on as well.
Bobby said, I'll just leave the shoveling up to you.
John can make
Yeah, there you
sandwiches.
go. Perfect. Perfect. There we go.
Well, if that's what it took, I would grab a shovel in a heartbeat.
Right.
I can do the barbecuing.
Okay.
There's Brent.
Hey, there you are, Brent. Chuckles says one of the Facebook pages posted an image a while back of the body of water in the cave. Water level was low and they implied nothing was in it. Missy says, I still say people are too scared to come forward, fear that something might happen to them. True.
Mhm.
And if this is foul play, then that fear could be warranted as well.
Did you see Alex's Leavenworth's got an excavator? Oh, yeah. We got plenty of those. John says there are locals that should tell us exactly where it's at, but they won't talk in a public way.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And some of that is fear if it's foul play,
Right,
those
right.
involved. But then a lot of it is just public reaction. If somebody local speaks out and tries to help, it ain't no time and they're accused of being involved. And
Yeah.
Aaron says, would you think whoever was involved would be curious over the years and would go back to the scene and check things out, make sure they aren't unsettled? That is a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Mark said they should talk in a private way. Dennis has already demonstrated his abilities to keep sources private.
yeah, that's one thing I would never do is release the source's name. And
Yeah,
if
absolutely
anybody wants to reach out, I put my personal cell phone number and my email address in the description of all of our videos. And if somebody calls me with any information and they want it confidential, they have my word.
Oh, absolutely.
It will
guys.
not go beyond the
Absolutely.
three of us.
Absolutely. Brian says it's hard to not really know anything about where Randy Leach is and what happened to him. I can't understand why nothing has showed up with this case. Excuse me. They need to find evidence to find him. That's yeah.
Wonder if it's possible to fly a drone into the cave to see what's in it.
Well, that's a good idea.
Kansas, I was looking at the drone laws in Kansas, and it used to be you could fly them over private
Did
property.
they just change that recently?
Yes,
Unfortunately, you can't do that no more.
without permission.
Right.
But I want to talk to the people that own the property the caves are on to see if we can get any kind of access to those.
Brian, thank you. We love you too. Love you too.
All of you guys are
Yes,
family to
we love
us.
all of you guys. You're all family.
No. Going up to a previous comment, we will sign liability
Mhm.
waivers.
Absolutely.
I will sign a contract that I will pay any damages that takes
Oh,
place, which we will make sure there's none. Cave mapping drone. Will you write that down?
What is it? I can't feel.
Thank you, Brian. Cave mapping drone. Cumulus. Run alto cumulus. Yeah. Alto, A-L-T-O, cumulus.
See, I wasn't even going to try to pronounce that. They hear how I pronounce half of these words. I've waited all day for this episode. Well, we will be getting our weekly episodes back on track here very soon.
We were supposed to do it Sunday, but like we said, the Super Bowl, and we didn't know if we were doing something, you guys were doing something. It was just easier.
Catfish, that would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, by then we'll have to drag you and your bride up here to take the bass boat out.
That's right. That's right.
I just dropped
I
a
was
second.
gonna say, you dropped that. You're on your
This
own,
one's
buddy.
mine.
Saying, soon as the weather cooperates, we are going to be so busy
Oh,
on these
yeah.
searches.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be several Sundays that we are actually out on a search.
Yeah.
On those days, the live feed that night may or may not take place.
Anonymous. I was wondering what
Alto
altocumulus was. I thought it was like another word for something, but thank you. Now that makes sense, John. Sorry.
And chuckles for life. When you start searching, will you be sharing your videos on here?
Oh,
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And when we're sonaring, a lot of the video you're going to see will be our sonar screen. Simply that way we have a lot more eyes on the screen to pick up anything that we may miss.
And just to let you guys know, we don't edit our videos. What you get is what has happened or is happening. We don't edit anything. We don't add anything, take anything out. You see what we see, okay? So always remember that. You're getting the same thing we are.
Let's say you guys know that firsthand whenever we
Yeah.
mispronounce something.
Or as our videos have shown, yeah, you know.
Yeah, all of our searches will be videoed. It will be shared here. The only thing we will not film and show will be anything that a property owner asks us not
Right,
to.
right. The property owner will not be on the video at all. So that's a big one.
And then if we do make a recovery, obviously we're not going to
Right.
be
Right.
showing detail on that.
Bobby says, laughing, my wife is a city girl moving to the country. Oh dear.
Hey, she's moving up in this world, bud.
Welcome to the family kind of thing.
I lived 2 miles from the party house
Oh.
growing up. We used to ride our bikes around looking for Randy. I'm glad you guys are bringing awareness to his case, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
That's awesome.
And Alex, we use a different sonar than what they use. The sonar we're using right now only has down image. The sonar unit I did have was the Humminbird Helix 7 with down inside, and that got stolen a while back ago. So we've started now with what we had, and we will eventually be expanding back to the Helix 7.
Now, Dennis, if get his boat, I'm planning on putting the state of art. Hey, he's going to put state of the art sonar in it for you.
Catfish, we may just have to keep you up here, bud.
What about the pond Jared got banned from? You think you might get to search it?
We will be speaking with them. And again, that's another one of those situations that I personally don't believe that they were involved. I could be wrong, but my theories, I do not believe they were actually involved with the disappearance. And it comes back again, they've been accused so much through the years.
Yeah.
They did say that the KBI had searched their pond and their property in the past. And I honestly think them denying AWP, I think it was blown overboard myself, but at the same time.
Okay, Aaron just said, wasn't there something about the VIN number of Alberta's car that the papers say something about someone else owning the car? Brent said, I know the bishops and have talked to him about it. And Byron says, I am looking at purchasing a smaller boat like AWP for smaller waters. John just said AWP got scared, maybe profiling evil also.
You know, I did wonder that with AWP, but they have been very vocal from the beginning, even before coming to Randy's case, that they don't work on possible foul play cases, and Randy's does lead towards foul play.
Anything about Aaron's comment, the VIN number of Alberta's car, anybody owning it? Do we know?
I have not heard anything about that. The last that I did hear along those lines, it just pulled up the same as it did.
Mark said, how about Tammy and Dennis? I understand they give away free sonar to search teams with training. They worked with AWP before. Oh,
Dennis and Tammy are also a couple of our biggest inspirations out there. The work they have done is just second to none. There will never be another Dennis and Tammy. I mean, they are the top of the line in what they do.
Mark said, I've heard nothing about on the VIN number. Okay.
Yeah.
What did Bobby say? Bobby said, well, Dennis, you're not Jared nor Jacob, and I feel you deserve the boat and the sonar equipment.
And Chuckles for Life, I don't have that, but I am going to be ordering soon the underwater camera that will go down 200 feet. It's got the lights and stuff on it that we can lower straight down from the boat. It is weighted to go straight down, and the angle of it, we can move it around. And I mean, it shows in color and everything, very
Neat.
detailed, that we will be ordering soon. And then we're also we're very close to being able to get our submersible drone as well.
How do you pronounce that? Do you guys have a what? How do you pronounce that? Dokapole? I hope we get the video chat very soon.
And Tammy and Dennis, they have so many recoveries under their belt. They have helped so many families out there. In fact, it was their boat that actually found Bill Simmons in Nashville, Tennessee, when all the teams were pulling the vehicles out.
True, but you know, every little bit helps. Just a little bit extra to help there.
But yeah, if there's any other locations any of you think of, please get that out to us. We will get those over on the list. If you had any suggestions, anything, don't hesitate to reach out. And see, we've already gone over that on the other one.
Have you done that one yet? Thought I'd slip that into your. Thanks, Bobby. Appreciate it.
I'm not a fish finder. I'm a tree and stump finder.
Yeah. You have that problem too?
Yeah.
Rocks, limbs, whatever.
I am like a master stump fisherman.
To the point, one trip we had to stop and go buy more tackle.
Oh my God. I went through, what was that, 7 or 8 rooster tails in one freaking spot.
Then why did you stay at that one spot?
Because that damn fish was taunting me and I had to get it.
She would cast in, she was catching those hybrid red-eared sunfish bluegill.
No.
She would cast this way. They'd pick it up here. She'd hook into the stump down here.
Only you, Meg.
Yeah.
Only you.
Yeah. Denny doesn't like to share his rooster tails with me anymore, but it's okay.
She still gets to use them though. We'll just make some more.
Oh yeah, Dennis. On this 2 people that we talked about, do you know what kind of car and cooler?
I do.
Hmm?
Let me out real quick. I need to grab that file.
He'll be right back, guys. Mark said, so another theory is Randy sobered up a bit and wanted to go see the ex-girlfriend or the new girlfriend and went into the woods and went into the water, near one of the houses when I was young and got a few beers in me. Yeah. Try reaching out to the ex or the girlfriend.
Yeah,
Have they tried to talk? I mean, they've tried to talk to the ex and the girlfriend, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because that's, Mark says, so another theory is Randy sobered up a bit and wanted to go see the ex-girlfriend or the new girlfriend and went into the water near one of the houses.
You see, Mark, something like that is something I'm looking at as a big possibility. And even if not one of them,
Byron says, I'm home anytime after 5 when you want to chat about other cases.
right on. And Catfish, Billy and Mary Lou Black were in a light blue 1990 Honda Civic.
Pam, the ex, and Teresa, the new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
I bought a $40 lure and first cast, lost it in the water because I didn't have it. I've done that.
You just get in a hurry and just, I want to go.
I did that with one of your rattle, whatever those are called, didn't I?
Rattle trap.
Yeah.
And spinnerbait.
I think you just
Spinnerbait,
need,
that's what it
I
was.
think you just need to sit on the side and just watch Denny.
That's usually what I do after a while. I get so frustrated, I just screw it.
Unless we're trout fishing, then you outfish me.
Yes. Yes.
And Missy, what kind of fish was you fishing for with that? I do get easily sidetracked when it comes to fishing or hunting.
Aaron said Randy's cousin Darren Leach has a small engine repair shop there in Linwood. Maybe stop and talk to him.
It's a good
Write that
idea.
down. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that. Bobby says it can be below water at 5 feet and not be seen. Darren Leach. Sounds. Have we talked about him before?
Mhm.
Okay.
Trout
fishing.
Guys, I have gone over.
We've gone over everything, guys. Ugh. Now what? Yeah. Oh. Hey, that's awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks,
John.
John.
Nice. Thanks, bud.
And I know I've had some people reach out to me that wasn't comfortable discussing things on a public forum like this. So always remember, you are welcome to reach out to us at any time. We will keep it confidential. We will keep your name anonymous.
Bobby said the car will float for maybe 10 minutes and then can be no more than 25 to 30 feet from bank. Oh, wow.
Seeing the pond that we're going to be looking for Billy and Mary Black, it's really, the first one's really not a big pond.
Mhm.
but it seems like it's got a little bit of depth to it. The second one, if there's nothing in the first one, the second one is a little bit bigger pond.
Yeah.
I want to learn to bass fish better. Man, I love bass fishing. Byron, this summer sometime we may need to meet up at a lake out there somewhere and go do some fishing.
Well, anything else we need to talk about? Oh, let me see. Now I go with my roommate. He casts the line, out hooks the fish, and reel it in so I don't keep losing this stuff.
To become a bass fisherman, you have to learn to jug for crappie every day.
Alex. Okay, who's having the fish fry soon?
Hey, we're planning on
We're
having one this summer.
There you go. Come on down. Thank you, John.
See, we just want to do everything that we can to help these families find answers.
Right.
We had a scare the other day with our daughter, and just for a few moments, and just the panic and the heartache with that, in those few moments, I can't imagine what these families go through.
Yeah.
The little catfish Bobby catches, he can't even get the whole catfish in the picture.
Mhm. Well, guys, have anything else you want to talk about with the Randy? With the Randy case, sorry.
So
All right.
with that,
I have a million.
just not prepared. When will you be starting your searches?
Spring, right?
Hopefully this coming weekend we'll get to go out on Billy and Mary. And if so, the weekend after that, hopefully we will be out doing some of these Randy Leach searches.
As it starts to get warmer, that's what we're going to be doing.
Yeah.
Right now with the weather and the cold and the snow and the ice, we just look outside and go, no.
Yeah, when the weather's cooperating every weekend,
Yeah.
unless we're got something family going on, every weekend we will be out searching. Right. And several evenings through the week, even I get off work at 3:30. So there will be several evenings during the week that we will be out. We will be out. She will still
I'll
have to
still be at
work.
work. I work the night shift at my job, 12:30 to 7:30. So I'm missing out on everything.
Aaron, a lot of thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
A lot of thoughts
absolutely.
and prayers that God will lead us to where these answers are for these families.
We're going to solve this. Dennis, I think you need to talk a bit more fundraising for your time, GoFundMe and live chats.
We don't like doing that though.
Thank you, Chuckles.
And Mark, that's where it gets me. I don't want to come across that we're trying to do any of this for money, because none of the money that comes through from this comes to us. It all goes in to our search efforts.
It's hard to sit out there and think we need money. No, I can't do that. I can't. No.
That's a good thought though. Thank you.
Mark,
Oh my God.
Mark, thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
And I
John,
agree. Yes, it's time the
definitely.
leeches get answers. Absolutely.
And I still can't help but think they should have had answers 34 years ago.
Because I know, but for gas for the truck.
Thank you, Mark. We appreciate it.
We were talking about this a while back about Alberta. This is all Alberta's done for 34 years is try to find Randy. I don't think she's had much of a life. I mean, she has, but it hasn't been what she's probably wanted. What bothers me is we get out there, we find Randy, we bring him home. Then what? That's what bothers me. I see Alberta just, you see what I'm saying? You guys understand what I'm trying to say? I mean, this is all Alberta's known.
She'll be at peace. I know
She'll be at peace, but now what?
Yeah.
And I can't imagine 34 years. You've got what? Somebody needs to know. I mean, every time we talk on the phone, it just, yeah. Anyway.
So with that, don't forget you could reach out anytime.
And if you don't want to talk to him, you could always talk to me and Megan.
We may not have all the answers. But
Yeah. I have all my notes on my phone, so I can't look at them all on the live feed. Frustrating. I have to print up my notes. I have a file on every name. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Same.
You're hired.
And Mark, I'm with you on that. This is some of our Randy notes, and then I've got a ton of them on my computer that we haven't printed out yet.
And Bobby, yes. When did Harold pass away?
That was January 28th
Of 2020?
21.
21.
So, yeah, he's been gone on the 28th. It'll be a year that he's been gone.
It's already been a year.
Has it already been a year? Oh, it's February.
You need a nap.
I need a nap.
What time's the conference tomorrow?
5.
Okay.
Oh, you'll have time. Yeah. Good Lord. You sure it's February?
It could be. I don't know.
Yeah, his dad has been gone a year now. So.
And Mark, I will be available tomorrow evening. So whenever you have time tomorrow evening, give me a holler.
Yep, we got this, guys. We're going to figure this out. Yes. Because the more I think about it, if we do find Randy, it's not just the three of us. It's all of you as well.
All of you.
Yeah. So we're all going to bring Randy home.
You guys have been just tremendous help, not with just this case, but our other cases as well. It's just been incredible with you guys.
Oh, wonder if Dennis can get pictures from Mrs. Leach and share on here. I don't know if we can.
They had a website.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it. In Search of Randy Leach.
And what's on it?
And I believe that's got pictures of there as well.
Have to get the case, the police file on this case. That'd be great.
Yeah, In Search of Randy Leach.
Yeah.
And I want to say that Betty is the one that takes care of a lot on that website, unless that has changed recently. But I believe Betty's the one who tries to keep that up to date and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but check it out. If you can, excuse me, check out as much of the Randy Leach websites and whatever that you can find. I mean, it's amazing to see all of them. If Randy is not found in any waterways, he's got to be in a sinkhole or under highway growth. Ooh. Mark says, yes, Betty runs the site last time he checked. So.
And they've got a nice website.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. So you think about a sinkhole or under highway growth? Wouldn't that be amazing if he's just right there?
See, the highway growth has been in my thoughts a lot because you could easily drive into brush.
Oh, yeah.
And if nobody's paying attention, that's just going to cover it up.
Yep. 34 years and he's just in a pile of grass. Oh, my God. I know, right? It makes you think, oh, my gosh.
We will be doing everything in our power to help find Randy.
Right. And like I said, it's not just us three. It's all of you guys too. So we're all going to bring Randy home.
So with that, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and shut this down for the night. And we're planning on this Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll do our next weekly live feed. And then at some point between now and then, we may do an open discussion on one of the other cases, but we will try to give you a 24-hour advance notice on that for anybody who wants to jump on there.
Right.
And thank you very much for being on here tonight, for being here with us
Good night, Bobby.
all the time.
Bye, Damien. Good
Bye.
night.
Oh.
Oh. Oh,
Sorry,
Joanne. Oh. Good night, John. Thank you again. Life feed. I'll review this one tomorrow. All right. Thanks,
All
Mark.
right, thank you,
Good night,
everybody.
Rhonda. Good night, Alex. Thank you guys for watching.
Y'all take care.